Good evening. One of the revelations about the Lord in Psalm 139 is that He ordained and predestined all of our days. What happens in our lives and in our futures are determined by Him. Now, many of us will gratefully underline these words of the psalmist, finding comfort in knowing that everything that we experience in this life is things that happens in the hands of the Lord. Yet the question about where suffering fits into this plan does come up when we consider the psalm. Also, our very individualistic culture also kicks back against the idea of not being in complete control of our lives. When the writer of the psalm considers his life as being predetermined by God, he doesn't want to start a theological debate. He continues in the very personal vein that this whole psalm has been written in up to this point, by making a confession about his reality in relation to God and God in relation to him. He says in verses 14 and further, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be." What becomes clear from this confession is that the psalmist experiences comfort in the fact that everything in his life is determined by God. I don't suspect that any believer will view the idea of being knitted together in the lap of our mothers in a negative light. We can find great comfort in knowing that He was intimately involved in our very first moments of life. When the psalmist continues to say that all his days were ordained and written in the book of the Lord, he confesses that the Lord was not only involved in those first moments, but that He continues to be present to him, and that He is, to this day that he was writing, busy knitting every day together for the sake of the psalmist. We will always run into some form of mystery when we consider the fact that the Lord predetermined our lives, but also gives us a responsibility to make choices and to act upon those choices. Many a theological debate has addressed this issue, but the psalmist brings us to the point where he exclaims in wonder, "How precious to me are your thoughts, O God." Your life and mine is not determined by blind fate. Our lives are not determined by good or bad luck. We are not solely dependent on our own abilities or our lack of abilities. We live our lives in the hand of the Lord. He knits it all together, from the first to the last moment. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. Good evening.